Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the German Tier 7 Tech Tree tank destroyer, the Sturmpanzer. Now if you do like the video, as always don't forget to like and subscribe down below as it really does help out the channel. And yes, the Sturmpanzer. This is, if you haven't guessed by the title, one of the replays that leads up to and then achieving the third block of excellence for the tank. And yeah, it's Sturmpanzer. We did it a wee while ago, before the MOE changes and stuff like that. It's just one that I think I made a video on it, and I went, you know what, let's go play the Sturmpanzer, and I ended up just 3-marking it, and because I'd released a video literally that week, I went, you know what, I'll save it, right? We'll save it for further down the line, so that we're not releasing a video on the same tank too close to it. But the little secret, I have a folder full of replays for videos and stuff like that, and this is one of those, there's quite a few times that happens where I go, oh, I've just made a video on that tank, I need to go get a thumbnail for it. And I end up going and playing it to get a thumbnail, and sometimes it just so happens that I end up having a really good game, and I go, oh, I need to play it some more, and I end up playing it a load more, getting enough replays for a video, and then just sort of going, but I released a video on it already, like, last week. You know, I'll leave it, and then every time I look at the folder, I'll go, I'll leave it, I released a video very recently, and it gets to a point where I go, I released a video fairly recently. Oh, wait, when was the last time I released a video? Wait, what, was it really 9 months ago? Oh, and that happens. So it does happen occasionally, which is why sometimes some of the replays are quite old. It's one of those things. But anyway, I digress. Sturmpanzer, meme boy territory, because yeah, we love Sturmpanzer. It's a great meme. It is probably the best tank in the line, if we're honest. It is better than all of the others, generally. And that's because you've got mobility, you've got 45 km/h top speed in this vehicle with a 700 horsepower engine, which means you generally get up to that as well, because it is kind of like the Panther 2, but with a big-ass gun. You've got 850 hit points, which isn't the biggest slab of hit points in the universe, but for the chunky gun that you have, this 21cm Morse L14.5, oh boy! 210mm gun at tier 7. Oh, it chonks. It's got 740 alpha on the 203 AP penetration rounds. You've got 90 pen on a HE round, which has 950 damage. Now, trust me when I say the 90 penetration pens a lot of tanks at tier 7, 5, and 6. And that can one-shot most of the tier 5s and 6s as well, which is pretty funny when it happens. But, to go with that, the gun is also horrific. So you got 6.5 degrees gun depression, which is one of the best in the line for gun depression, because all the others have basically got none at all. So 6.5 makes it usable, and then you see it in a position like this here on Arctic region, you can fully get the gun down, and you can actually try and have a good time with it, which is nice. You have 15 degrees of elevation, which again is a good thing across the whole line. A lot of the tanks can have really good gun elevation. Actually, some of them have pretty funny elevation as well. I'm looking at you, Bayer. You've got the track traverse of 30 degrees a second, which means you turn this gun on target very, very quickly. But the downside is, naturally, like I say, the gun is pretty horrific. You've got 3.37 accuracy. 3.37 accuracy at, well, during movement, sorry. Get it right. During movement, 3.37 accuracy. 1.79 accuracy during rotation. With a 0.41 accuracy at 100 meters. That's all with the build that I run on this vehicle, which is pretty terrible. It means the aim circle blooms out a lot. I mean, 0.41 is not bad for a derp gun of this kind of caliber, but that's with all of the crew skills and equipment and stuff like that helping it as much as I humanly can do to get it down. So yeah, it's still pretty damn derpy for saying that's the best we can get out of it. And you've got a 2.67 aim time, and because you've got a 2.67 second aim time, you do feel it again because the aim circle blooms out just that much. But when this gun hits, because of that 950 alpha HE round, oh, it hits so hard. And when you pen as well, oh boy. The problem is, especially at range, hitting, because you do have a 530 meters a second shell velocity on the standard AP, with 435 meters a second shell velocity on the premium HE, which is a bit grim. Okay, it's a bit grim, it is what it is. So what do I run in terms of crew and equipment? Well, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Trap Mechanic, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Run and Gun, Camouflage Expertise, and Clutch Braking. Clutch Braking to have that better track traverse, the Camouflage Expertise just to get the camo down to the 332 meters of still concealment that I have on the old vehicle. The Steady Aim and Run and Gun to get the accuracy of the tank generally down as low as I can on the move and in general. The Advanced Loader to make the best out the DPM in terms of equipment. The Optics to be able to spot for myself and get myself up to 435 meters of view range, which still actually is not that good, to be perfectly honest. And it means you do get outspotted quite a lot in this vehicle as well, which is something that happens with tank destroyers. And then the ammo swapper, because between the AP and the HE, both rounds are pretty damn nice to use, and it's dependent on you and the situation you're in for what you want to do with each of the rounds, so it's nice to be able to switch between the two at will. So as you saw with that first game, we finished with 2 kills, 3.3k damage, 987 assistance. The ace tanker putting us onto that 93.16 as well. 1863 base XP. A really nice game there for the Sturmpanzer. And again, in a tier 8 matchup as well, pretty memey time. We just derped away, penned with some AP rounds, and just had a generally derpy time. That's what this tank is. It's just a fun tank. It's just a meme tank. Just like the Sturm Tiger is at tier 10. The Sturm Tiger is not really a good tank destroyer, but it's hilarious when it works. And that's what you play it for. You play for that one game dopamine hit where it just works, it happens, and you can play it, and you can have a right laugh with it. Sometimes, naturally, most of the time, naturally, it doesn't like to work. But I'd say the Sturmpanzer is probably the more consistent out of all of them, just because the amount of tanks that you can guaranteed pen with 203 pen at tier 5 and 6, and even at tier 8 is hilarious, generally. And having a 210mm gun means as well that you can overmatch a hell of a lot of plates that a lot of tanks can't. And if you fire an AP, that means you can overmatch a lot of side plates, and you can pen people at stupid angles and pen turret roofs and that sort of stuff. Oh! That's gonna sting in the morning. 800 damage with a 90mm HE pen on that Steyr Waffenträger. That's what this gun can do. Oh, that guy hurt. Yeah, he was not feeling very good anymore after that. He was straight out of this game. And that is why you play the Sturmpanzer, for memes like that. It's just, when it works, oh boy, it's derptastic. Because, you know, derp is love, derp is life. And that's what Sturmpanzer embodies. We're going for that side shot. I'm thinking, okay, AP round to the side of the turret, up the super Pershing. It's a tier 8 tank. We've just shaved off half of his hit points nearly. Beautiful scenes. 1,535 damage so far. And we're just waiting on the reload to be able to finish off this Super P. Now, I could AP him, but I'm pretty convinced I will kill him with the HE round, so I had the HE round loaded and ready. But we just keep getting detectors who are starting to poke out around the corner, so I'm being as careful as possible. One thing to note with these premium HE rounds, by the way, and it's why I load full premium HE, is the fact that you have 8.3 meter splash radius, as opposed to the standard HE, which has 5.8 meter splash radius. That's the difference, literally, between the standard and the premium, as well as 20 meters a second shell velocity between the two anyway. And that splash radius means that you have a lot more chances of hitting 2 or more tanks with 1 shell if they're really close, but also means you generally splash for a little bit more damage as well, as it hits more of the tank, or it splashes over. The area of effect over a tank is more, so it does basically more splash damage. That's the way it sometimes works. So we see the T20. This T20, I could pen with HE. But I decide, okay, I'm just going to guarantee the pen and get that shell in. Because it's not a guaranteed pen, 90mm of HE pen there on that guy. But, you know, we're going for the third mark. That's what we're going for at the minute. We're going for the third mark, so I want to guarantee damage as opposed to RNG just going, nah, you're not allowed to splash that. We're up to 3,035 damage, and at the point of when I was 3-marking this, back before the MOE changes, I'd hit this number here, is about where I needed it to guaranteed hold. To not... Well, at 3,000, I'd get about a little bit of movement, right? I wouldn't get much, but I'd get a little bit of movement. So we're at the point now where it's all gains, and we're in it for the gains. You know, and we're going to go charging after what is left of the enemy team, which is kind of dangerous because they are all in that corner. There's a dreadnought up there. That dreadnought could end our day very quickly. And we don't really want that, but the dreadnought's tracked and set on fire. He's taking hits from the rest of my team because they are cornered. We see the T-34-3, and I'm like, hello, sir. Let me fire an AP round at you. That's what happens if you don't aim it. It doesn't like it. We take a big hit from the T-34-3, and at this point I'm going, no, don't do it, T-34-3. I like my life. Oh, thank the Lord he doesn't pen us. He's looking somewhere else now, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm cheeky. Hello, T-34-3. You remember me? It's me, a Sturmpanzer. 737. There we go. We're up to 3.7k damage. 47 assistance, and the rest of their team are cornered. I just really to be honest, wanted one more shot, because then I think I would guarantee my third mark, and I want those beautiful rings on my barrel. It's like, hello, Mr. ISU, I could pen you in the side with HE. I come over, look for that side panel, but think, no, you know what, screw it, I want the guaranteed damage, I don't want to chance the HE pen, put the shot straight through the ISU 152, putting us on to 4.5k damage. We're on a fantastic game for a tier 7 TD. 2 tanks left, the ISU and the Samoa. The ISU's fired, the Samoa's down to 366, just looking for the HE shell into that guy, but again, we're going for damage. I could have killed the Samoa, but I could kill either of them with that shell. There was guarantee of killing either of them there, and thus we got more damage while also killing a tank, so we take it. And finished the game with 3 kills, 4,760 damage, 104 assistance, the ace tank of the high caliber, that third mark of excellence, we went up to that 95.16, 1,991 base XP, a derp-tastic set of replays there for the Sturmpanzer, achieving the third mark of excellence, which is always delightful because it's a pretty damn fun tank to play. It's hilarious, and it's nice to have had it finally 3 marked in the corner. Derp is love, derp is life. It's what we love in this channel. Derp guns. I mean, what can I say? So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
A great success.